So as we say, the next one will be just good. We're going to go in. The next big show coming up is November 20th. It's Historic Takeover. We're gonna jump through this one quickly. So give you a little preview. What's it? So the
Taste
pre-show,
of a
which
taste, a bite of a bite.
and as long as everything works out well, we will be doing a live stream watch along together, not two separate people. We're going to be together at Mel's place,
so we can high five each other.
Can't wait. But yeah, as long as everything works out, we will be doing a live watch along. It's 2 a.m. is the pay-per-view start time. We will, if we get a hold of the pre-show, find out where the pre-show is, we will probably do something on the pre-show beforehand. So the pre-show will be a New Japan Rambo. It's going to be that Oleg guy, the new Oleg guy, or whatever the heck his name is. I never remember his
Oscar
name.
Lube?
Oscar Lube, whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, Oscar Lube, Kosei Fujita, Ryohei Oiwa, and Yuto Nakashima. Again, I'm not familiar with him.
Nakashima, yeah.
All from the New Japan Dojo, taking on the LA Dojos, Kevin Knight, Gabriel Kidd, Alice Coughlin, and Clark Connors in a pre-show match. From there,
you don't want to miss that one. Those LA guys are great.
Very much so. And then I don't really have a graphic because this is the graphic that was up. It's the New Japan, the Stardom Rambo, your Women's Royal Rumble match on the pre-show. So
awesome. You don't want to miss that. There's going to be some incredible ladies.
And then this match, you got Yoshi-Hashi, Tomah, and Lio Rush making his New Japan proper debut since he has joined Chaos, taking on House of Torture.
That was news to me. I didn't know about that. Huh? Yeah, well, that's interesting. Obviously, there's going to be shenanigans here, but this is going to be a good match.
Well, Lio Rush did save Yo at the New Japan Rumble on 44th Street show, so that's where he joined up. And then when we do our tag league preview, we'll talk more about what Lio Rush is going to be doing in the tag league.
Interesting.
Well, from here, we have the second match on the main card is Lady C, Azumi, and Saya Kamatani taking on Mai Sakurai, Thekla, and Himeka. That's going to be dope.
That is going to be absolutely incredible because Lady C and Mai Sakurai have not been on the best of terms lately, going in with the Goddess of Stardom tournament. So this is going to be, Queen's Quest represent, but Donna Del Mondo too. Holy man, who are you got on that one, Andre? That's hard.
Donna Del Mondo, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a hard one to pick. But the next match is
not
hard for me to pick.
Queen's Quest or Donna Del Mondo?
Yeah, this next match is not hard for me to pick though because you got Siri taking on Tom Lawler, Siri teaming with Tom Lawler. That'd be fucking amazing if you're Siri. You have Siri.
I think it would be pretty cool to see Suri face off against Tom Lawler. I'm not gonna lie, but
I would love that. But you have Siri teaming up with Tom Lawler, taking on Julia and Zack Sabre Jr. This one is easy for me to pick because two of my favorites are in this match, Julia and Zack Sabre Jr. I'm absolutely excited to see that match. Man, this match is going to be phenomenal.
And I believe Julia and Suri, have been kind of spatting back and forth about potentially going after that red belt. So this will be a good setup for this.
I think it's December 29th or something like 30th.
Correct.
They're facing off. So this is a preview for the Stardom end of year show. So yeah, you're looking at something pretty big here. And then moving on to an eight-person tag, you got Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, Tai Chi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru taking on the team of Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, El Desperado, and Doki. This is the implosion of Suzuki Gun right here.
I was just going to say this feels like a very odd combination to have because, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Desperado are usually a tag team. So that weirds me out a little bit, but also kind of brings me back to the show that both Desperado and Tai Chi were on with the Stardom. We saw, and I mentioned it to you, Tai Chi was chit-chatting and whispering to Tam Nakano. Maybe they were setting up for this match. But we also know that Starlight Kid and Desperado have been seen together on their social medias, and Starlight Kid even has a half Starlight Kid, half Desperado mask. Could we be seeing it that night? I'm interested to see how this goes.
This is going to be an interesting match. And then from there, we have our next match. It's
Oh.
Utami Hayashishita. I think you're going to be your main highlight on that. Utami Hayashishita teaming up with the Ace. I guess the Aces of Stardom and New Japan teaming up together. Utami
Against the
Hayashishita
Samurais of Stardom and New Japan.
Yeah, against Maika and Hiroki Goto. I think that's going to be this match, I think, to me, is going to be just a clinic of professional wrestling.
100%. I have made statements in Stardom videos beforehand that I feel that Maika is essentially the Stardom Goto. So it's nice to see the two of them teamed up, ironically. This match is just going to be incredible. Yeah, they've been listening.
Here. Card, yeah. And then I think one of the big matches for this, not this one, sorry, the next one. This is, I think, a pretty big match in and of itself. In the fact that you have Bushi, Takahashi, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, and Naito taking on TJP, Francisco Akira, Gideon Gray, Mark Davis, and Kyle Fletcher of the United Empire in this big 10-man tag. I don't know. I don't read Japanese. So I don't know if it's elimination or not. It could be. I don't know. But this looks like it can be like a really fun 10-man tag to watch because you get these two warring factions because Naito and Ospreay have been at each other's throats. So you've got this like warring faction type of thing here, which I'm absolutely in love with here, this match.
Well, yeah. And then Bushi will also be a little stingy because he lost to TJP and Francesco Akira. Yeah, no, this is going to be a gooder.
I think to me the biggest minus in this match is that Teton's not in this.
Correct.
Again, I think these are the 5 core members of this team. They need to be there.
Do we think that Teton may have gone back to Mexico with this tour?
Well, the fact is, the next day the Super Junior Tag League starts, and he's in it. So, and we will be doing a preview of that, which will be coming out next week. We'll be doing the Super Junior Tag League and the Tag League preview. So,
correct.
Get ready for that. So let's make it in. And then this is, I think, the big kind of marquee match that nobody expected, but I think it's the Great Muta's final New Japan Pro Wrestling match with Muta, Toriano, and Okada teaming up to take on the team of the Great Okan, Aaron Hanare, and Jeff Cobb. Now the big question is Jeff Cobb going to be in this match? Being that it is out that he has taken a step back for injury reasons, he might be able to step up and do this match, but I know he's not going to be putting himself through the tag league this year. So could there be a substitution? The rest of the members are already involved in other matches, so you never know.
Could we see a tryout possibly for a new member? Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. But this is, I think, going to be this is a bonkers huge match because Muta coming back to New Japan for one more match is a big deal. And then from here, we have the semi-main event of the evening. Semi-main event here, ladies and gentlemen, is
the Young Ace.
Shota Umino challenging the Crown's Up greatest professional wrestler in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Will Ospreay. I got you twice on that now.
I am always going to respect the talent and the champion that is Will Ospreay.
I am so excited because if you watch the Royal Quest match, that was so good.
But Shooter, I mean, look at him. He's like a little baby Ace. It's like we're having a 2.0 of like 90s or younger.
Shota Umino.
Right, sorry. Roughneck. He will always be a shooter to me.
Yeah. That is the name that John Moxley did give him.
It is.
You can never discount that name.
And now we have a young Ace and a young Shibata, like back in New Japan. I'm stoked. And then the full Shibata. We got the real Shibata performing also.
He's doing his stuff over here in America, and it's been awesome.
Absolutely.
This match is going to
be great.
Like mind-blowing. And then you have your main event. Mayu Iwatani, who just gave up the SWA championship in her pursuit for the IWGP Women's Championship, taking on Kairi, like legend that she is in Stardom. Like my fandom entirely comes from her run in NXT and WWE, where I absolutely fell in love with this girl. I think she is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait for this, and I love that this is going to close at the pay-per-view.
Absolutely. And this kind of also concerns me also because we both know the reckless disregard that Mayumi Watani seems to have for her body at times.
Kyrie
But
too.
but I was just going to say Kyrie is pretty much the same. I would almost say a little bit more controlled with it. Mayumi Watani seems to go like, let's go, Leroy Jenkins. And like Kyrie is more of a, okay, we know the steps to go here. That being said, the two of them combined, it's guaranteed to be an absolute banger. But that they have the privilege to main event this show. Thank you. Thank you, New Japan.
Wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited that this is going to be the main event, and we're getting the historic match. This is the first ever IWGP Women's Championship will be crowned this night, and I don't honestly have no idea who's taking it because I think both women have just as much right to this championship.
Absolutely. What?
With that being
A
said,
review.
we are done here for this afternoon. I do want to thank Rogue Energy for sponsoring our show. You can get your Shirakawa special on online at the QR code below or the link below. Use OLE Pods for 10% off your order.
And if you're interested in watching New Japan, we will leave the link to the site in the description box down below. It is NJPW-World.com. It is only 920 yen, works out to be about $10 Canadian. It is very much worth the cost. And like I said, all of the World TV Championship title matches are going to be free on that same site. So you may as well sign up and get the rest of the show while you're at it.
And I want to thank our friends at Backbreaker Video for hosting our show, as Mike does all the time. You can check them out up here, Backbreaker Video on YouTube. You can check Mike out on Twitch at twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. He does great jobs as a watch along every Wednesday for the AEW Dynamite show. I highly recommend joining him there. And he plays all his other streams. He's playing video games, kicking ass. It's awesome. And I know he's going to be having a 12-hour charity stream coming up on, I'm pretty sure, the 16th of November. So please join him there.
Be a part of the solution.
And I also want to thank you so much to OLE Pods, our local establishment. They are been wonderful partners for us, and thank them so much. You can check out all of our Twitch stuff going forward, where you will be able to find on November 20th at 1:30ish in the morning, myself and Melball doing a live stream watch along of the New Japan crossover show, and on twitch.tv/our local establishment. And I want to give them a shout out also for their Instagram at OLE Podcast.
Correct. And if you're wanting to follow Andre Como, where can we find you on Twitter, Andre?
At That Canada Guy on Twitter, at That Canada Dude on Instagram. And I am on Facebook if you can find me.
If you're following Melball Collins on Facebook, you'll be able to find Andre because she tags him in almost everything. You can also find Melball Collins on Twitter at Collins Melball and on Instagram at Melball Collins. That being said,
everything we have is not the same across the board.
Right? Like everyone had the same idea we did at the same time.
Well, I own That Canada Guy on Twitter. I just forgot about it, and I started using Dude, and I'd rather keep going with my Dude account. So
that being said, I think that brings us to the end of our show. I am your Melball. That is your Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.